Hello, everyone. My name's Jeremy Wagner, and I will be your host today. We'll get started in just 20 seconds. Thank you so much for joining today. All right, welcome to the How to Make Your Business Famous Through Social Media in the Next 30 Days. My name is Jeremy Wagner. I am your host, and I am so glad that you're here. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to invest in yourself and to learn how to grow your business through social media. I want to start by giving a little bit of background about me, and then I'll give you about 30 minutes on the actual process of what you need to do to make your business famous. But just to start, a little bit about me. And P.S., if you have questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I won't be able to see them till after the presentation, but I'm looking forward to seeing them. But a little bit about me. I've helped 1,100 plus brands at this point to go from invisible to unforgettable. And um, I got my start with making a poor decision. I'm sure if you're watching, you've never made a bad decision like this. Maybe you have. Maybe you're like, oh, you don't know my story. Well, I'm about to tell you mine. So I made a terrible choice to quit my job and pursue my brother's music career as my full-time career. I left my stable job and said, all right, brother, younger brother, who's 19 years old and just dropped out of high school and just got his just as thinking, you know what, I'm going to take on the world as a musician. I told him, I'm going to make you famous, and we are going to bring hope around the world through your music. So that's where I got my start, and it worked. It was a miracle. It was literally a miracle. I don't recommend going cold turkey after anyone's music career, especially not a 19-year-old dropout kid's career, but it worked, and he got 300 million plus streams at this point, more than 400 million, and then hundreds of thousands of social media followers. But what I really loved, and in my field, screenshots are everything. And so here's some screenshots of some of the hits he had. But what I really loved was that Nathan, my brother, he had people commenting regularly, and they were saying, I was going to kill myself, but I heard your music and I felt hope. And I don't want to kill myself anymore. I want to live. Thank you. And that for me encompassed what I was after with social media. And, before this, I'd been a pastor for 10 years. And so I'd always want to create an impact. I'd always wanted to help people achieve their wildest dreams and make it actually a reality, like I did for my brother. And so I founded a company based on that concept. And it's been my goal for the last 8 years to help everyone that I can to not only become famous with their brand, but with that fame to create an impact. And so that's why I named my company Impact Social. And that's what I'm here to help you with today. I'm here to help you make an impact on social media. Just a little bit more of a recent case study because my brother, that was 8 years ago. So version 8.0, 8 years later, just a little bit of what I've done. This is Katarina. Katarina is a Paralympic gold medalist, which means that she is very good at what she does. She has cerebral palsy. She cannot fully extend her legs, and yet she's set national records in the United States, as well as received a gold medal in track and field. She remembers starting out and not being able to compete with other kids because of her disability, but she turned her disability into a superpower and decided that she would never give up, she'd never relent, and that she'd pay close attention to what her teachers taught her and pay close attention when she had an opportunity. And so when I met Katarina at the beginning of the year, I heard her story and I said, I think that we can take you to the next level. She had gotten herself all the way to 24,000 social media followers, but she got stuck. She was only getting a few thousand views per video. And what I challenged her to do was just change a few little things. And I'm going to share some of those things today with you that will help you to launch your social media brand to the next level and get more visibility for your business so that you can make your business profitable, unforgettable. That's our goal. And so she just took these tweaks and she did something wild that most adults don't do. She actually listened to her instructor and did exactly what I told her to do. And the results were that within 1 week, she had a mega hit that got, I believe, 40 or 50 million views, grew her social media following. This is Instagram, but it grew Facebook, it grew YouTube, on X, it grew on TikTok, it grew everything. And so by the end of the year, this is just in April, but by the end of the year, sorry, by halfway through the year, she had received 80,000 social media followers that she did not have. And I'm not just saying this as a pitch, it's just important that you know that I have a clue of what I'm talking about. So, with that being said, I want to walk you through the harsh truth of social media as well as the opportunity of social media. So, let's get to it. People are mindlessly addicted zombies on social media. They spend 2 hours and 24 minutes a day on social media. That's adults. Younger kids, it is more time than that. The next generation, it is going to be outrageous the amount of time that people spent on social media. And so, guys, I'm telling you this, if you're not online, you're invisible. No posts equals people assume you are out of business. Attention is currency, and right now you are broke without it. So that's cool that if you have a brand that's making millions of dollars, but that's awesome. But without social media, I question your future. So let's walk through how do we create a future that will last. Look at this screen right over here. This is crazy. There is so much competition right now. What in the world is this? Every second you can get an adrenaline rush scrolling through this. Okay, you get the point. You've scrolled on social media. So this is what you're competing with. I mean, gosh, it can be anything from monkeys on planes jumping through fiery hoops and skydiving to explosions or Trump deepfakes, where he's like a sumo wrestler. The things that people come up with now are outrageous and fascinating and hilarious, and they make you feel something immediately. This is your competition. You're up against the most fascinating content in history. Social media is not casual anymore. It is a digital circus. Your brand has to demand attention or it gets ignored. That's where we're at right now. So there are new rules to content. You don't need to dance, first off. I just want to clarify for everyone out there. You don't need to do one of the weird TikTok dances. But you do need to shock people to get their attention and you need to intrigue them. I'll walk you through the mechanics of that soon. But truth bombs, here we go. People don't follow boring, period. If your strategy and your content isn't fascinating, they're out of there. I said 1 second, I think you have literally less than 1 second. The very first image that people see, they will judge you on it and they will decide yes or no. I'm going to stay and watch this or I'm off because I can see Winnie the Pooh as dressed up as Rambo through AI fighting off a T-Rex in Jurassic Park. Guys, it is outrageous the things that people come up with now. And that is not only every day, that's people's every 2 seconds that they see this. They see something that is the most fascinating event in all of history take place and they find it to be boring online. That's your competition. So here it is. If you want to do this, if you want to make your brand visible, you need to understand that your video equals your brand trailer. You have to make it so good. You have to make it outrageously good. People want to binge your content. They want to have to binge it. And if they're not going to binge it, they're not going to watch it. So AI is your advantage. Here's the deal. We're getting into the mechanics a little bit more, some tools that you can use. You have a Hollywood studio in your laptop. Yes, really. In fact, I heard that Hollywood is pretty much going out of business because they don't got no jobs no more. AI is going to be replacing the future. Soon it's going to be movies that you can just create through AI. The technology is already there. AI, especially ChatGPT, is a fast, free, brilliant strategy generator. It helps you script, plan, post, and pivot like a pro. It does almost everything. Within the next few years, it will do just about everything. And the future of social media will just be prompt creation. You will be creating through prompts. You will not be just video editing. It's going to change very quickly. But we're at the point right now where ChatGPT can do pretty much everything except you still need to edit most content, which will be going away, I think, in the next few years. So smart brands use AI to launch faster, grow smarter, and scale bigger, and I'll add be more efficient. If you're not using it, your competitors definitely are. And the studies show at the moment, AI makes you 60% more efficient, which means your competitors are getting out 60% more content than you, and you are getting left behind. Let's keep going. So, I mean, I mentioned how I got started. It took creating something that the world hadn't heard before. When I got started, my 19-year-old brother, he made music that made people feel something. If you want to get people cruising in your social media, make them feel something. Use AI as your advantage. And that's what I'm going to walk you through. How do you take your story? How do you take all of this, all of who you are, this story, and use AI to transform it into something that is fascinating, something that people haven't seen before? They haven't heard your story. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. I'm getting a little ahead. All right, two paths to fame. Let's walk through it. So it's going to be through ChatGPT. You're going to be using ChatGPT or Grok or one of the AIs, but there's two lanes to utilizing social media to take off. The first lane is that if you're going to do this, it's either going to be done for you or it's going to be do it yourself. And I would recommend done with you. Get a guide, someone that can do that with you. I should be your guide. Hit me up. But regardless, you need somebody, whether it's me doing it for you and me doing it with you, or it's just you saying, I'm going to YouTube video, watch every YouTube video I can on how to do this. You can do that, but then you're going to have gaps. But it comes down to you have to make a choice. Are you going to do this on your own, or do you have the budget to hire someone else? And I recommend either way, you are going to need a guide. Whether you don't have a big budget or you do have a big budget, you're going to waste your time if you don't know what you're doing and you just try to throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. Don't do that. Literally with the done for you now, and this is a plug for me, but whether it's me or not, I'm telling you guys, you need somebody. You can clone your face, you can clone your voice, you can clone your brand. ChatGPT can talk like you, it can create scripts so that you can get cloned, and all of a sudden, your clone with your face can be creating all of your content all day long. You can get it out way faster because ChatGPT writes the script, and you use tools like HeyGen to clone yourself, and voila. Um, our team builds your content like a machine, and you stay in your zone of a genius. If you're like, Jeremy, you seem great, I want to do it myself. All right, well, here it is. You got to hustle smart. You need that's going to be sweat equity plus smart systems. Use smart systems. You'll save so much time. Social media, usually the reason people stop posting is because they burn out. They burn out because they don't have a great system. It exhausts them. They don't know what to do. I'm going to walk you through some ways that will free you from having to burn out, having bad systems, all that. I'm going to guide you through that very shortly. If you're doing it on your own, you're using AI plus daily habits to grow fast, and you need to post a lot of content. We'll get to that. It's perfect for builders, tinkers, and self-starters. And if you want, at the end of the course, I'm going to offer a 2-week free trial to my master course that'll help you to take off, and we'll be the guide where we have live help as well as a self-paced, done-for-you course where ChatGPT does pretty much everything for you. You literally just type in a prompt. It'll be like, here's a script. Here's every 2 seconds of here's every 2 seconds of edit at this point, edit at that point, hand it off to your editor. Here's instructions for that. Here's what you need to film yourself doing. Everything. It's outrageous how easy this is. So this is the video I made.
Social does that to people. Viral growth, real results, no Elmo required. DM us to get famous without the fuzzy red chaos.
Okay, so that video, it followed a formula. The formula is called hook, story, offer. Every piece of content that you put out there, other than sometimes there's an exception by just putting out like a picture post where it's just like, this is just me. I want you to see it, and you don't have to add much to it. Hook, story, offer is generally the formula that you want to follow. So, what is a hook? A hook is something that grabs your attention in 1 second. It interrupts the scroll because people are just going to scroll, 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 scroll. People are going to want to get past your content and get to something that fascinates them, that makes them feel something. And so you need a really strong headline. And I apologize, this is not my best work, but I thought it was funny. So I'm pretty sure Elmo just photobombed me. There's an expressive face that I have. There is
I'm pretty sure Elmo
bright
just
colors. Elmo's jumping through the screen. You need something interesting. This is interesting. It could be done better, but it's interesting. You need to trigger curiosity. That's a hook. Like I said, guys, the very first frame, people are going to judge you, and you're done. As soon as you don't capture their attention on that first frame, they're out of there. Let's talk about story. So what is the story element? Let me show you the story element.
bombed me. That's when I knew I was becoming famous. Impact Social does that to people.
All right, so that is the story. Oh no, I just all right. So that is the story. What he photobombed me. That's when I knew. What did you know, Jeremy? You knew that you were becoming famous. It builds trust, it builds curiosity, it speaks to their pain, it makes you relatable or bold, it shows transformation or insight. And then you need to make an offer with your video. Now, you don't want to make an offer on every single last video because people will get bored and annoyed unless you do it in a way that's interesting enough. But going back to this video,
Famous. So does that to people. Viral growth, real results, no Elmo required. DM us to get famous without the fuzzy red chaos.
okay, so silly. I know I'm a little silly, but this video, what it does is it hooks you in, it tells a story, and then it makes an offer. That's what you want to do. You want to hook them in, tell them a story. And why? Why do you want to tell them a story? Because it captures attention. People don't want to leave before the story ends. So you hook them in and then you hold them through the story and then you make an offer. And when you make that offer, you have to be very clear about what you want or you will never receive what you want. Be clear, be intentional. DM me to get rid of the fuzzy red chaos. Click the link, comment below, buy now. Bottom line, viral content is not an accident, it's a formula. I took this last year, to take 12 master courses to stay current with my education. And then I hired a mentor for 20K that had made $30 million last year. And his thing was, you can do this on purpose. Everybody ends up somewhere, but some people end up where they want to be and they end up there on purpose because they did all the right things. That's what we're learning. So, content that converts. What is the content that converts? Well, go viral and be profitable. That's a good headline. I like that. One without the other doesn't pay the bills. Um, Content purpose checklist. Don't just entertain, educate, inspire, convert. Those three elements are so key. That call to action, the CTA, equals a cash transfer activation. A strong call to action is not optional, guys. It's not optional. Even if you don't sell it in the video that you make, put it in your description. Call people to action every single post. Every time you can. Now, don't just say buy my product every time. You want to relate to people. You want people to get to know you. People buy from people that they like, they trust, and they know. If they don't get to know you, they're never going to buy from you because you're just some stranger scammer on the internet and they're not going to be interested. And so every post or should point somewhere. And just remember, no call to action equals no money. Like I said, you don't have to put a strong call to action at the end of every video, but you better at least put it in every description. So, pro tip, viral content is great, but converting content is what buys your freedom. If you're an entrepreneur like me, you're doing this because you want to be with your family. You want to be free to do things on your terms. You don't want a boss. And, this can be a cash generating machine if you take the time to learn it right. So choose your character. What kind of brand are you? Pick a lane. For your brand, think about your brand right now, and let's walk through this. So, side by side, are you an influencer or a faceless brand? Are you casual or high end aesthetic? Do you want to do a talking head where you're just talking at people all day, or do you want to do visual reels where you're showing them something? You're showing them mountains, you're showing them this. Do you want to be an all AI brand? Do you want to have all sorts of, or do you want to just repost people's content? You can react to people's content. There is no end to the list, but what do you want to choose? Who's your character? What is your approach? Figure that out and then use the guidelines I just explained, and you can start to cruise. So let's keep going. The foundation: post every single day. Quick strategy. So how do we actually post every day and make it effective? Well, you look back through what you've posted and you see, well, what worked? You can repurpose across platforms. You can remix with a new hook, caption, or clip. You can stack content in advance when you're feeling creative or when you're disciplined. Let's be real. You're not always going to feel creative, and you don't need to be because you can just type it into Mr. ChatGPT. ChatGPT, give me 20 prompts right now of different ideas of content that I can make. And the way that you get that ChatGPT to produce better ideas is you tell it, hey, ChatGPT, this is who I am. This is who my brand is. This is what I'm looking for. This is our style. This is our tone. This is our feeling. Tell it all of it. All of it. This is why I made a course, guys, because I was like, there's just so much to it. I need to put this in a course for people. Because otherwise, it's just so much that you have to tell ChatGPT. But if you want to do it the sweat equity way, feel free. Or if you want to hire someone else, they can do this with you. But you need to tell ChatGPT everything. It already knows everything about you. Let's be real. They've been listening to you through all the different social media apps. They know everything about you, but tell it as much as you can about you, and then it say, all right, now write those 20 scripts. Now create content scripts for me. And all you have to do is look at a camera and read off what ChatGPT told you to say. Not that hard. There's more to it, but it's not that hard. So, okay. If you need tools to schedule, you can use scheduling tools like Later, Metricool. You can record 3 to 5 or 50 videos all at once. I have a client, he records 3 months worth of content in one day, hires a videographer. We just plan the content ahead of time and write hooks in batches. Boom. And he gets 3 months of content done. All he has to do from there is we text him. We text him and say, this is it. That's the done for you approach, guys. If you want to do the sweat labor approach, then that means you have to film all your content at once, and then you have to go and edit it all on yourself. And that's tough. Or use somebody on Upwork. But the algorithm rewards the ones that show up. This is how you start to become famous. You post every day and you get 1% better. Every day, you're consistent, you show up, you post, you do the same kind of thing, the same kind of niche, same kind of feel, but you just keep building momentum. So, all right, a few more tools to win. Like I mentioned, ChatGPT. If you're not sure what to edit on, use CapCut. If you need to download videos, you can use Snap Insta or Snap Tick. It'll just download videos without a watermark. Metricool, screenshot this if you really want it. Metricool or Later help you schedule your content. You can also use repurpose.io. That's something where if you post it on, let's say you post it on TikTok, then it will automatically copy it to all of the other platforms. Think about this. If you're scheduling your content and you don't have to manually post 5 different times, 6 different times, you can make that video get 6 times the views. I will mention on the note of schedulers, just a little free tip. If you do post it manually, you will get more views just about every time. Not every time, but just about every time. Algorithms want you to post in their native platform, and I usually recommend that people focus on one platform and then post from there. So don't try to do it all manually. Use tools, but focus on one where you do it manually, and you'll get better results. So, all right, strategy. You can model. So let's talk about this. This is a strategy that makes people famous. I know people that are famous because of this strategy, and you don't have to recreate the wheel. That is exhausting. That takes so much energy. And guys, your most valuable asset nowadays is your emotional energy. Guard it. Guard it by using AI to think of ideas for you so that you can be more productive, more effective, get more content out there. So it's kind of like stealing, but it's honest stealing. So you can use it and you'll never run out of content. Here's where it is. Um, modeling. Modeling is where you look at a video that has gone viral and you say, I want to model that. I want to copy what they did. It already got proven to be viral. There you go. You just modeled their content. And if you're in it and you're doing similar things as they are in the video, you have a good chance of going viral yourself. It's that simple. But what type of content? What type of content do we even model? What does that even look like to model um, different types of content? Most people just model videos that got the most amount of views. That doesn't work because those are attention-getting videos. Those are good, but there's a variety of content you need to share so people see you as a whole person. They want you to live in a glass box because they're so freaking nosy. And when I say they, I mean us. I mean me. I am so nosy. Everybody's nosy. We want to watch people's lives. Oh, he broke up with her. Oh my gosh, I can't believe he broke up with her. I got to read every detail of that post. I got to watch all of it. What happened? Guys, that's how it works. People are fascinated. So, personal. There's personal types of content. These are 5 content buckets. Personal, which is behind the scenes, belief, lifestyle, day in my life, educational, tips, how-tos, industry, insight, walking people through. This is how you do it. Storytelling, client wins, like testimonials, origin stories, lessons learned, sales, telling them you need to buy this now, time sensitive, because if you don't, your problem won't be solved. Showing more testimonials, showing results that you got for people, inviting them into your life changing product you've invested your whole life into, and telling them why it matters in an interesting way. Community, shout outs, user generated content, collaborations, responses, having your friends make content with you. That is powerful. You'll get each other's followers on Instagram and Facebook. You can collaborate. It's powerful. You get twice the amount of views, maybe more. Uh, Rotate weekly, 1 post per week, per bucket, sorry, 1 post per bucket per week. So let's say you're making 5 posts. You can double it up to 10 posts. Usually, right now, algorithms are looking for you to post daily, and they will reward at an unlimited level on Instagram, I think on Facebook, and on TikTok, which means you can post 100 posts a day. There's people in India that do it, and they literally still can make things go viral every day, multiple times a day. Um, it's wild, but don't burn yourself out. Figure out your pace that you can maintain healthily. Be a healthy, happy person, okay? But you can make money as you post and post and post. Multiply across platforms. Make 20 plus pieces of content. Make 5 pieces of content, 20 pieces of content. Use ChatGPT to speed it up. Prompt, give me 3 personal post ideas plus hooks for your niche. Do this for all 5 buckets. That's it. And then you just repeat it. Boom, 30 days of content in 10 minutes. Let me repeat that. Give me ChatGPT 3 personal post ideas. Give me 3 educational ideas. Make them all viral ideas. Ideas modeled off of you and your understanding of what has gone crazy viral on the internet, but in my brand voice, in my brand style, with who I am infused into it, and make it sound like me. Boom, there you go. And all of a sudden, you have viral content that would have taken, I don't know, thousands of dollars to have that figured out for you previously. Now it's free and it can be done in 5 minutes. It is outrageous what you can do now with ChatGPT. Keep it personal, keep it polarizing, keep it wild, get attention, stay true to your brand, but get attention, stand out in the scroll. So, what do you ask ChatGPT? What are better questions to ask to get better content? Remember, better questions equal better content, equals more views, equals more opportunity for your business. The more viewership, the more attention, the longer people watch, the more interested they are, the more opportunity you get. So ChatGPT is your strategist, it's your ghostwriter, it's your editor all in one. So here's some prompt examples. Screenshot these if you want them. Give me 10 viral hooks for your industry. Use this to brainstorm scroll stopping openers. Write a 60-second reel on this pain point. Tell them your pain point. I would suggest just turning on the audio portion of your chat GPT and just talking for 5, 10, 20 minutes. Depending on your RAM, you're going to want to record it in a voice memo and then upload it to chat GPT. If you don't have the $20 chat GPT, I suggest you buy the $20 chat GPT. It is better, it's stronger, it's faster. It'll make you better, faster, and stronger. And all of a sudden, you can be living a life like Kanye, living in the dream. I won't bring up, sorry, I probably should have mentioned Kanye. I don't know if he's living the dream or not, but he's living. Um, all right, ChatGPT, make me a weekly content calendar for your audience. Tell it your avatar, get a full game plan in minutes. Guys, these are some of the hooks that I have used, and I use them much more in depth. In my course that I have, I just got to plug it shamelessly. I have literally whole documents that are like a full page of prompts because the more specific you are, the more clear and powerful and effective results you're going to get. And not just one prompt, but having a full conversation via ChatGPT with people. Having a full conversation with multiple prompts, reading through what it says, asking it to tweak this, asking it to tweak that. The more context you give ChatGPT, the better results. Share your tone, target audience, and style up front. So, how to brain dump to AI? You speak, you transcribe, you create a prompt, and then this is how you turn your ideas into content fast. Step by step breakdown. Speak it out loud. Don't overthink it, just talk. Just brain dump. Transcribe it. Use voice notes, otter.ai, or your phone's notes app. Paste it into ChatGPT. Ask, make this sound clear and powerful. Reminder, raw equals perfect because ChatGPT knows more than anything else. It makes our intelligence like ants. Use it. It will make everything of yours better. It's not going to judge your grammar. Just use it. So if you can talk, you can create content. Your voice equals your power. Let's go. Check this out. Okay, you remember I mentioned that my client Katarina this year got 80,000 followers? Yeah, that video got her half her followers. That video got her 40, 50 million views. Outrageous amounts of views because it was fascinating. Just want to go into this a little more. So this is some of the secret sauce. Oh, sorry guys, there it is. All right, look at this. I'm going to walk through this, and this is the key to going viral. It's immediately hooking their attention in, like we mentioned, grabbing their attention in 1 second. I just want to go a little deeper into this before we jump forward. And I want you to understand that as I walk you through this, you need to take note of these key details and tell ChatGPT what I am telling you now. The reason this went viral, first off, it's not spelled right, it's all lowercase. This should be capitalized. That instantly demands your eye's attention because it breaks the pattern. You capture attention psychologically when you break the box. When you have something that doesn't fit, doesn't make sense, breaks the box, you capture attention. This captures attention because it breaks the expectation. And so this captures attention. Look at her outfit. Her visual hook is she's smiling. She has something on her shirt. She's got this bizarro outfit. And then it's this odd color you don't normally see. That captures attention. And then it captures you through telling a story. And she should have had a call to action, yes. But it really brings you through this thing that people resonate with. Look at this. Told at some point in their life that this is not a fashion show. It speaks to little girls. Every little girl in the world wanted that, wanted to just recognize themselves with that. Be like, I'm not going to just dress for a man. I'm going to be a powerful woman. There you go. Speak to your audience. Speak clearly. Tell ChatGPT what you are looking for. Don't just post, guys. You have to post with a purpose. You have to post in a way that captures attention and moves people, makes them feel something, makes them resonate with something. And if you don't know how to do that, like I said, just watch the best. Look up who's the best person in my industry. ChatGPT, who's the best person in my industry on social media right now? Who has the most followers, most views, who has the most momentum behind them? And then copy them, copy everything they do. So turn views into revenue. How do you do that? Views are great, but how do you pay? How do you get the bills paid? Monetization strategy, a DM funnel. Warm them up with value. Use social media posts as an opportunity to sell to them. People will start reaching out to you if you're consistent. Close with confidence in the DMs. Whatever you say in your videos, whatever you say in your DMs, say it with confidence. See how I'm saying this all with confidence? Say it with confidence, and people will believe you. Tell them a story. Sell them through a transformation story. Let people see themselves in your content. If they connect with you, if they're like, you know what, I just really resonate with what you went through, that will move them to action. Position yourself as the solution. Put yourself as an authority as you tell that story. I went through this, it was really hard, and then I went through my low, but then I overcame it, and this was my solution. Your product. Your product was the solution. And freebie. Give them something to opt into. Give them an email campaign that will help them to grow. Present a low resistance offer, something that is easy. Just opt in and I'll send you my free 20 viral hooks so that you can go viral yourself. Boom. There it is. It worked for me. It'll work for you. Every post equals a sales opportunity. Every video should move people toward the next step. Never post without a purpose. I'm getting repetitive here for a reason. So, okay. If you're not posting, they're going to forget you. This is the bottom line. Guys, don't stress yourselves out, but people spend 2.5 hours online every day, and you're probably one of them. On social media specifically, scrolling and rotting their brains, you should be part of the brain rot. You should bring value to them so they're not rotting their brains. You should be the person that's on there saying, listen, I have something that's going to solve your problem. I have something that's going to make your life better. But if you're not posting consistently, if you're not posting every day, you fall out of sight. I believe that content is the best way to warm people up to sell to them because they see you, they experience what you're like, they see your life, they see what's going on in your business, they experience what you want them to experience, and you can lead them well through content. So if you don't have online presence, they're going to pick someone else. So here's the shortcut. If you feel overwhelmed, don't worry. There is a faster way. I do. I just have to pitch it to you and then we'll do questions. I have a 98% hands-off service that it's completely done for you. Like I said, you don't even need to make your content at some level. We can just clone you if you really want. I recommend making content, but we'll do strategy, scripts, editing, scheduling, growth. I even have an AI robot to get you tons of followers. Um, we clone your face, voice, brand. And if you're in the place where you're like, you know what, I don't want to, I don't have the budget right now to have you do it, then I recommend that you either email me or scan this right here and add me on LinkedIn and send me a DM. People are only one DM away, PS. You can reach anyone in the world. I want you to reach me, and I want to give you a personal free trial by setting up a call with me. I'll send a link in a moment, but I want to schedule a call with you if you are serious about doing social media, whether it's done for you or it's done with you. I want to help you succeed. And heck, it's a free trial, so you might as well, right? It's a free trial specifically to the Done With You self-paced course. Sorry, I can't give a free trial to the Done For You. Um, so, final thoughts. People spend 2.5 hours a day on social media, and none of that attention is on you yet. So, my words of wisdom to you are either show up or get left behind. Start small. Just it's better to start and get good than not start at all and never achieve anything. And then when you start, stay consistent because you'll look like you're going to go out of business. You're going out of business if you stop posting. Leverage AI to work smarter, not harder. And then let's stay connected. And so this is my info. If you want my info, I'll put it in the chat as well. But thank you. Let's open it up for questions. And thank you so much for joining this. And so if you want to ask a question, then go ahead and raise your hand. And I am happy to call on you. And thank you so much, guys. Hi, Sandy. I just asked you to unmute. Hope you got that. Hi, Sandy. What's
Yes.
your
Yes. Good
question? So
morning.
glad to
How are
have you.
you?
Doing great. Thanks so much for joining.
Um, I missed the first few minutes
Hmm.
because I'm not normally up at this hour. Would that be, first of all, would that be an appropriate thing to do a video about? Because I'm like a chronic night owl and I do my best work between like, I don't know, 10 p.m. and 3 a.m.
Hmm.
Um, and secondarily, like, what do you propose using to make the videos with? Just your phone or um like do I need like
Hmm.
my biggest issue with doing videos is hair and makeup because I'm just
Sure.
not that person.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this, you'll get more views if you just don't put effort in, but I'm not saying to do that. Um, I would just say, and thank you for staying up late to be a part of this. If you want to get videos to take off, it depends on the platform. So if you're on Meta or TikTok or even YouTube a little bit, but if you're on those platforms, on Meta or TikTok, you will get so many more views if you just um, if you just edit within the app. In fact, they won't even let you go viral anymore unless you put music on your content, like viral music. Does that answer your question? Otherwise, I'd use CapCut. CapCut is fantastic for social media right now.
Okay, but I'm guessing me showing up in my pajamas on LinkedIn and just saying, "Hey, got up early to do this webinar this morning," that would look so unprofessional and probably a horrible idea.
You can have fun with it always. I get away with stuff like that sometimes, but no, you probably should dress up. People are very judgy on social media, so yeah, looking good does help. People take you more seriously.
Yeah, and that's the part that I hate.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well,
Thank you.
thanks, Sandy. Absolutely. Does anybody else have a question? Feel free to raise your hand. Anyone else? No questions? How do you get famous online? Until someone raises their hand, I'll just keep giving you guys some tips on how to make it happen. And so feel free whenever you want to raise your hand and jump in. And by the way, when I say raise hand, I mean if you click the react button on the middle bottom of the screen, you can just click raise your hand and then you'll get put to the top. But um, what I have seen on social media is that the people that go viral are honestly the people that are not only consistent, but they really put attention to detail. There are so many little details to make this thing happen. Um, it is an outrageous amount of details. I've seen that the people that take the time to be really conscientious about, like, I'm going to film this so that in the top two-thirds there's space so I can put a text hook. That's about 90% of the battle. That's probably the biggest thing to make a video go viral. I know that sounds really silly. I'll even share my screen again to show you an example of it. But getting a text hook right, that's 2 to 5 words, that will help your content more than just about anything else. And putting it specifically in the top two-thirds is actually probably the most valuable thing that you can do. I know that sounds so silly, but my client that got 50 million views at the beginning of the year, if you can see her, um, so she she put all her text up here. This is where the eye is naturally drawn to, and it's satisfying. And I walk through this in my course that I have a free trial for. Which, by the way, if you want to join that course, just schedule a call with me. I like to personally welcome everyone into that course, and it's really cheap after that. It's $97 a month. It's anybody could afford it. I wanted to make something that could help people. I was a pastor, but this video is the perfect example of doing it the right way. Other than she didn't have a call to action at the end, but I don't dress for men. It's short, it's quick, it's to the point, and if you have this text hook right here and you film it in a way where there's space above your head, and then you have an interesting outfit, interesting background, you can go viral. You can go outrageously viral. So my brother, he had a record deal, but the musician that went mega famous. And guys, feel free to reach out at any point in the chat if you have questions as well, if you don't want to get on camera. But my brother had a call with Mr. Beast, the number one YouTuber in the world, and my brother was actually the very first record deal that Mr. Beast's investment group gave out. They found him, so that was a good feeling. But what happened was, and by the way, if you guys want to schedule a call, it is in my link right here. So there it is. That will get you linked up to everything that you need to get started, either with a done for you program or with the free trial to my course that launches this Wednesday. So, but yeah, my Mr. Beast, the number one YouTuber in the world, he has hundreds of millions of subscribers, not just views, hundreds of millions of subscribers, tens of millions, if not more than 100, or tens of billions, if not 100 billion plus views. Um, he told my brother, "You are making content so that one day you'll have one video once every year or every few years, and it will go outrageously viral. Like it will make you." But the thing is, if you stop before that point, it'll never happen. Usually, content algorithms warm up for the first, 6 months. If you do it right, you can get it to move faster. You can get it to be just a few months and you can start cruising. But it takes time and it feels discouraging. Um, uh, you know, my special take on this as a pastor and as someone that's really passionate about emotional health is that I see a lot of people burn out on social media. And I see a lot of people that struggle to really take off. But I found that if you will just put the time and the effort into posting when no one else watches, and you do the right things again and again and again and again and again, success is never guaranteed, but you can set yourself up for success in ways that you never could have dreamed or imagined. And you can really get things to start taking off if you consistently show up. If you don't consistently show up, it'll never happen anyway. But if you quit after 6 months and say it wasn't for me, it didn't work, people didn't like me, they didn't like the way I smiled, or whatever it might be, that's where if you're consistent, you will have those opportunities. I have had people get opportunities where they were offered 2 times, where they were offered $30 million deals, 30 million with an M, $30 million deals through social media. How did they get offered $30 million deals through social media? They didn't ask for it. They were just consistent. They were just consistent. And people hit them up in the DMs and said, "Hey, I've been watching and I'd like to have you." That client I showed you, Katarina, the Paralympian, that went mega viral, she had she got an offer to go to the Olympics. She started getting opportunities to go to the Olympics specifically to it's like a celebrity content shooter. She got invited into professional sporting events to make celebrity appearances. She she started having a different life. In fact, she even had an internationally famous celebrity superstar, Olympian, I think gold medalist. I cannot remember her name. It might be, it's not Tara. Can't remember her name, but she had looked up to this girl, told me this is like my idol, and that girl walked up to her. This girl's been on TV. She's been on the Olympics. She's been like a mass celebrity. You would probably recognize her. I just saw her in Walmart the other day, and she's advertising sunscreen. Well, that girl, she walked up to Katarina, the Paralympian, and said, "Hey, do I know you from somewhere? Did I see you on Instagram?" Guys, you can't have that happen unless you're consistent every day, doing the right things. Mars Wilkes had a question. I'm particularly interested in YouTube as a platform more than others, and I find many of these other platforms annoying as a user. Is going viral that important comparing to just being authentic? For those of us who want a less noisy presence that is still beloved, what advice would you give? That's a great question. I literally in my master course created 2 tracks for that because it's 2 mindsets. So I was approaching the B2C more so approach for social media, the B2B or having more of a less viral presence, more of a just becoming established, becoming well known kind of approach. I'm not sure if that's more so your vibe. You can let me know in the chat. That is a different feeling and approach. Going viral really can make you. Okay, yes, you are B2B. So yeah, LinkedIn, Alignable, YouTube are probably your best platforms. Mars, if you can type in what your business is and your industry, I can give you a little bit more customizable advice and guidance. But it does have a different flavor. You can go viral on LinkedIn. You can go viral on YouTube. And if you go viral on YouTube, that is the most valuable platform to go viral on, in my opinion. Maybe LinkedIn, I guess, but you work for a bank and have a side hustle with music. Yeah, YouTube, Spotify, that's where you want to go. Um, and what you really want, you sell synthesizers to music, cool. What you might want to do is influencer marketing. I think we should have a call about it if you'd be up for it. But definitely I've definitely seen that influencer marketing is the best way to sell your products in that niche because if you want to do it all from the ground up, that's great. And I think it's necessary. At this point, your business necessarily needs you to post content consistently. But if you have an influencer that gives you boosts, if you have a budget for this and you really want to make it happen and they're promoting your brand, your product, you give them an incentive, you do the work of cold outreach, reaching out and finding the right influencer. That is the way to grow fast. That's how my brother got 300 million views in a few years. Was he just reached out to all of these influencers. He didn't pay a penny. He didn't pay a penny, and people with more than 1 million subscribers were promoting his music. Some influencers, they want to charge you $1,000 to promote on their 10,000 follower accounts. Some influencers, they want to charge you nothing. Be like, hey, buy me a beer. I'll promote you on my 1 million follower account. I've had it where I've had 1 million followers where I had to pay them and I negotiated them down to $100 per post. Very valuable, very effective. But I would say, Mars, if you want to sell what you're doing, look at the best person in your industry, model what they're doing. On every platform, no matter who you're reaching, content creation is all about modeling. Don't just try to recreate the wheel. Create something that's proven and model them. Tell me if you have any questions beyond that, but model them, be authentic, be real, have that variety of posts that I talked to you about. But if you just consistently keep posting about your content, about your life, your business, how you can change people's lives, make it better, and just let them see you as a whole person. If you have the personal brand approach, then that is valuable. Um, if you have only a brand sell this product approach, that's a little bit different where it's more so about the brand and the product, and that's more about keeping people's attention long enough in an interesting way and presenting your product as being sexy, as fulfilling their need, and they need it. You need to make them feel it, need it, want it. They have to have it now. That's the mindset that you have to get them into. That's how you get them to take off. Um, so reach out if you have any questions or want to clarify. I see Fong Nugent. I have a problem. I am not a social media network person. The most I would use is LinkedIn, but now I need to tell LMI, low moderate income folks that I just launched my poverty smashing solution. Let's go. I created a solution that disrupts the current debt service model so they can escape credit card debt. That's awesome. Without any loan nor extra payment. My problem is that I am unknown and my solution is too good to be true. I understand that. I sell being famous. Yes, I get it. It was hard to get started. Um, According to our initial testers, what can I do? I need to be more visible on TikTok, IG, and YouTube. By the way, I'm an immigrant who figured out how to become financially stable very early in life. Want to pay it forward. You have to tell your story. People will not believe you. You have to tell your story and you have to give testimonials. Post the testimonials of the people that said it was too good to be true. Tag them on social media so people can see. And I had this where I had an offer that was too good to be true. I found that the person was tagged and I reached out to them and interviewed them about it. That's what people do. People don't believe you. I would say get a Trustpilot account and start getting testimonials. Get as much social proof as you can and show them the journey that people walk through on those platforms and show them how it's changing their life. Do like a AI voiceover where it's like, this is how I changed my credit card life. Look for those. They're viral and trending right now. They're the sexiest thing out there. And I would just say model that. Model what's proven, model what's working. Look at who has a similar product and model their content. So, all right. Let me know if that answered your question. If you have more questions, reach out. Um, yeah, startup. Yeah, startup. I think you're right. We're all like, wow, that's cool. Um, okay, so Raj A. So I'm running a property solutions business. What's the best way to boost my company visibility on social media? That's a great question. Organic ads and modeling what's proven if you have the time and the budget. If you don't have the budget, if you don't have the time, um, there's a few solutions. Property solutions business. Is that like a property management? Can you let me know in the chat if that is a property management? It's probably cold DMing people on LinkedIn, getting in networking and going to places that are going on networking calls online. That can really help as well. Um, but also getting visible, getting on the right platforms. There are right platforms and there are unhelpful platforms for what you're doing. You want to put your focus on the platform that is most helpful, most effective, and profitable. You want to take the time to really be intentional about who you are reaching. You want to get your AI avatar, or not your AI avatar, sorry. You want to get your business ideal client down in a way that really helps you to focus in. Um, all right, Stardove, you asked for my Instagram. Let's see if I can find it really quick. This is our business Instagram. We don't use it a lot, ironically. There it is. Um, okay. We focus in more on LinkedIn at this point because we just found it's more profitable. And I just manage all my other clients' social medias all day long. All right, so how do you decide which social media platforms are worth having a presence on? Harsha asked, and how Can we get a recording of this? This was super helpful and still digesting. I appreciate it. First thing off, add me on LinkedIn, everybody, and I can send it to you afterwards because I will have the recording. So I can send this. Thank you for the feedback that this was helpful. This is my LinkedIn. And also, again, if you want my info and you want to schedule a call with me, whether you want that free trial or you just want to have a done for you service, there it is. My contact is in there. However, okay, so Harsha, so yeah, which platform? It depends what you're selling. If you are business to business, LinkedIn, Alignable, possibly YouTube are the best. If you are business to consumer trying to make money, then you're going to need to be on all the others. And all the others means Meta for sure, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. You can just repost the same content on all of those and then show up in the DMs on one of them specifically. I think they know, no one really knows the algorithm 100%, but I think they know what you show up on and they limit your amount of view reach if you don't constantly show up on that platform. Just my thoughts and opinions and theories, not clearly that, not exactly what it is. So anyways, okay, so would he be able to leave his link in your chat? Yeah, anybody can put their link as long as it's nothing weird in my chat. Just please, nothing weird. You never know what's going to show up on these. Um, okay, Rajay said, not a property management. I do follow no money down strategy to buy, sell property, targeting motivated sellers and find investors. That's great. I actually, I have a client like that. I helped him make 400K last year on social media. And he's just been killing it. He's been getting investors from all over the country to invest in rural Illinois, Champaign, Illinois. But they have cash flow like crazy. They have a 2% rent return ratio, which means you buy a house, no money down. It's $100,000 in value there, about like on average, and then you make about 1.5 to $2,000 usually per month with the right unit for rent. It's outrageous, and I helped him make $400,000 last year just from his social media, and so he's been our biggest client because of that. He's just absolutely killed it. His social media is jlayman47. I won't be able to pull up a link because I'm going to have to wrap up here shortly. Stardove, you asked for my brother's Instagram. My brother's Instagram, oh gosh, can I pull these Instagrams up in time? It's Nathan Wagner 762. Um, one moment as I pull that up. His music's awesome. You're gonna feel so many emotions you never knew you had listening to my brother's music. There it is. Might as well pull up the realtor as well. Um, so the realtor, Jay Lehman, he, I try to work with him on his content. He doesn't even do that well on his content view wise. Occasionally he'll have a hit that gets like 2 million views, and then a lot of times he gets a few hundred views. It's silly. It's silly to watch the disparity, but you can literally go from getting a few hundred views normally to getting like 2 million plus views, and then that video makes you. Usually, if you do the right things, and you listen to your coach, if I'm your coach, you'll get better results consistently, but you got to get the client to listen. And I keep my clients in control, so that's always their choice. But all right, Gloria, you asked, all right, sorry, just going through the questions. And how can you listen to my brother's music? Go on YouTube and listen to my brother's music. It's linked to his Instagram I just shared. Rajay, amazing, interested to know more. Let's connect one on one. Here's my LinkedIn. Feel free to connect. I'd love to connect. And guys, please connect with me. I want to be a resource to you guys. However, I can be, reach out, ask for questions. I do a coaching program through my master course that I do. It's all live coaching. It's group coaching at first, so you can just listen to me and ask me any question that you have, or it's live coaching, or sorry, it's personal coaching. If you want to go to the upgraded level, just schedule a call with me and then be sure to add me on LinkedIn as well, guys. And then if anybody else has any questions, I'll take one more, and then I know we have to wrap up because we're at time. But I so appreciate you guys being a part of this. I feel honored to have you all in the room. And if anyone else has any questions, this is your last call. You got 40 seconds. Anyone? All right. Well, if not, put it in there. But if not, guys, here is my last advice to you on social media, if you really want to take off, if you really want to make this happen and you're serious and you're like, I want to make my social media grow, then it just starts with posting and looking at what the best people in your industry are doing. That is the key takeaway I want you to have, regardless of whether you pay me a penny or not. That is how to make your brand grow. Just get started. Get started. That guy that I mentioned that made 400K last year on social media, he just had to get started. It wasn't good. It was bad when he started, but he got started and then he got good and then he made it happen. And so get started, but get started copying what the best people in the industry are doing. Look at their top hit videos and just do exactly what they did in their top hit videos. That's how you make this happen. So, again, thank you so much, guys. I just dropped my link and would love to have you guys schedule a call with me. I would love to connect with you if you're serious and you're like, I want to take my social media to the next level. Please, let's connect. Let's make it happen. And I so appreciate having you on here. So, last thing also I will share is that if you guys also are in the tech industry and you do want to connect, you do want to grow your B2B business or B2C business, I just dropped some links. I lead the Silicon Valley networking show or networking show, networking group. And it's a business networking group that meets online 4 times a week. I would love to have you guys as well if you want to come. Want to just also vet me and see if I'm legit or not. But those are the links. And so I'll leave the room open for a minute, but I'm going to officially dismiss and say thank you so much. If you have a last question, I'll hang around for a minute. You can ask. But otherwise, please schedule a call with me or come to the Silicon Valley networking and let's make you famous fast. Thanks, guys. All right. Absolutely, Zia. So happy to help. Hope this was encouraging and helpful. Keep getting it. Thanks, Dave. Really appreciate you coming. Really appreciate you coming. I know you have valuable things to do in time with your time, so thank you.